Guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a return subscriber, welcome back. In today's video, I'll be showing you how I do my quick 15 minutes makeup tutorial. The last time I did a tutorial here on YouTube was 2 years ago, and I want to update it because I feel like a lot of things have changed in my routine, and my makeup all the time is very minimal, very classy, very calm. I honestly don't like to do too much. I honestly don't even like to use false lashes, and I would not be using false lashes in this video. So this is like the basic, the most simple makeup tutorial you will ever come across. And yeah, let's get into the video. Alright, I won't be doing skin prep in this video, but I'm going to be showing you what I use for my skin prep. My skin is currently hydrated because I did my skin prep earlier this afternoon, so I'm just going to show you what I use, and maybe in my next video do a makeup or skincare tutorial. Yes, for the first thing I use in my micellar water. You can use any brand. I use cosmetics, I use the Rachel, I use any of these brands. So you can use this first to wipe your face. After that, I go in with my toner. This is the Aquel toner. This is what I go into. After that, I go into my serum, and this is the Ude Beauty Ude Essentials drops. It's for all skin types. And then I go into my moisturizer. I use Cetaphil or Slime Lux. I use any of the two. I'm out of this already, so I'm switching to Cetaphil. And then to prime my face, I use Omari Code. This is their skin canvas hydrating face primer. It's a very hydrating face primer, and that's because I don't have an oily skin. I only have oil come out from this place once in a while, so I'm using an hydrating primer. So maybe in my next video I'm going to show you different ways that you can use them. I honestly have more makeup products that I use for my clients, but for myself this is what I use. And yes, that's it for my skin prep. And then I go in with my setting spray. The next thing I'm going to do is to spray my face to lock in all the skin prep that I did earlier. So while that is drying up, I'm picking out my foundation, and today I am using this Maybelline New York foundation in deep bronze. This is the number 370. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm almost out of it too, so I'm just going to pop that. So foundation, less is more. For me, I don't like to use more than 2 pumps. I just like to go very light-handed on my skin because I don't want my makeup to be cakey. So just a bit on my beauty blender, and we're just going to take it around. And so you're going to avoid the lower part of your eyes, so you're able to blend in your concealer seamlessly. Now that my foundation is done, I'm going into this Bianchi makeup. It's a lip gloss, but I like to use it for my blush because it does a more better job than the blush that I use. And so I'm just going to apply this on this side, just very. So now I'm just going to blend into my skin. I like to bring my blush to this part of my eye. It gives my face a snatched or a better look. You don't have to, but I just like to bring it to this part of my face. So you might be wondering why I'm using this amount of blush, since I said it's a very simple makeup tutorial. One thing about me is that even if my makeup is as minimal as anything, my blush will always stand out. I love blush. So in case you're wondering, I just wanted to put it out there that I'm obsessed and I love blush on my face. So after that, I'm going into my concealer, and I'm using the Younger Beauty concealer in SMC4. That's the shade I'm using, and I'm going to use a very tiny portion. It's going to be as minimal. That concealer is my exact shade, and I just want to brighten it a bit, and I'm going to be using this concealer from Arbor Cosmetics, and this is in shade A50. So I'm just going to just one line on each side and then blend again. So I'm just putting concealer to highlight my under eye. If I was doing a full glam, or maybe a makeup that I would maybe take to a wedding or take outside, honestly this is my go-to. But if I wanted to do something more, I will highlight this part of my face. I'm going to highlight the bridge of my nose and then my forehead. So I'm just going to blend out the concealer, look up and make sure that there's no crease under my eye. For my powder and to set my face, I'm going into this Milani makeup compact powder, and I'm using 110 deep, and I'm also using 108 medium. I'm going to mix the two together to get my perfect shade. And I'm also going into my powder puff, and I'm just going to blend it in. So now when I pick up the product, I'm just going to dust on my hand and then press it into my skin. And then dust when I pick up again, and then press into my skin. I'm going to a big powder brush, and I'm going to pick the darker shade and then still dust on my hand, and then just press it into my skin, So now that is done, I'm going into my blush, and I'm using this blush from Cindy's Beauty line. It's their Warm Cheek 6-color palette, and I'm going into this shade and this shade with a bit of orange, because I'm dark skinned and I just want something that will complement my skin tone. So after doing that, I'm just going to dust off and then apply on my cheekbone the same way. And then for the other side too, my cheekbone. To set my face, I'm going into this setting powder from Mirac, and I'm almost out of it, and they honestly don't produce it again, but this is still one of my best setting powders. And so I'm just going to apply a bit just to set my face. So I'm just going to press it here. What am I saying here? I'm just going to press it into my skin, and then make sure that every part of the makeup is sitting well. They apply to the part where almost like you sweat. After the setting powder, I don't like to do my brows. I don't know. I always wish I had a fuller brow, so I won't be able to do my brow. But sometimes I just put in eye pencil just to fill it in. Sometimes I use my brow gel from Ega and Esther, but I know most people will not be able to use this, so I'm just going to use eye pencil for the sake of this video. So for my eye pencil, I don't do too much. In 30 seconds I'm done. What I do for my eyeshadow, for my eyebrow, is just to fill it in. And so what I do is just draw a straight line and then fill out the part that has less hair. That's all. The other part, draw a straight line and then fill out the part that has less hair. Now I'm going into my eyeshadow. My eyeshadow is also very simple, and I'm going to be using this eyeshadow primer. This is the Ben 9 Clown eyeshadow primer, and I'm going to be using very little because it sticks on. And so just for my eyeshadow to stay on my face, I'm just going to apply a bit just here and here. Just going to blend it with my fingers. You can use a brush to blend in, but I'm using my fingers so it's easier. Make sure that it is well blended so it doesn't leave marks. And for those that don't have eyeshadow primer, you can use a concealer or you can use a brighter concealer. And if you don't have a brighter concealer, you can use the same shade as your regular concealer. Now that my eyeshadow primer is done, I'm using this eyeshadow palette from Morphe, and I'm going to be using a deep brown shade, the darkest brown shade in the palette. And so I'm just going to blend in gently, very gently, very light handed. Pick the product, dust it out, and then apply. Pick the product and apply gently. So now that that is blended, I'm going into a smaller brush and I'm just going to use a light brown shade to brighten the lower part. It's not going to be so obvious. Just a nude shade. I'm going to use an under eyeliner. Like I said, you can use an eye pencil, a dark eye pencil for your under eye, maybe a black one so it shows, but I'm going to use this eyeliner in this video. I prefer to use a brush and eyeliner for my under eye than a pencil. I think that it's easier for me, so I'm just going to pick a bit of the product on my hand and then just line my eye a bit. Oh my god. Just line it gently. Just line it. This part is honestly not compulsory. You can if you want to, but I honestly think that you should. It just brings out the lower part of your eyes. And then I just go into my mascara. I don't like false lashes. I feel like it's always so much for me. And so I'm just going to use, I'll maybe do another video where I'm using eyelashes and showing you types of lashes that you can use. They're actually very small lashes that you can't use, but for me and for this video I won't be using lashes. So now that that is dried, I'm going into my eye pencil and then just line my lid. You can use a purple liner if you want it to be deeper, or a black liner if you want it to be deeper, or a deeper shade of brown, but this is perfect for me. After that, I'm going into this striped lips from Beauty Line by Didi. It's their nude gloss, and I'm just going to pop a bit, just a drop, because I don't want it to be too much, and then blend with a brush. While that is drying up, we are going to blend this setting powder off my face and just dust it off. I will not be going into, I will not be adding more powder. I'm just going to use the brush to blend it out. That is said, I'm going into my lip gloss from Avo Cosmetics, and this shade is in Almond Glaze. You can either use this or a clear gloss. So I'm going to, this has a pink shimmer inside, and so after this I'm also going to add a clear gloss on it, just to give it a fuller effect, a fuller look. So now I'm going into my regular gloss, and then I'm just going to pop. Now that that is done, I'm going into my finishing spray, and I'm going to set it, and then wait for it to dry before I add this lock, this Seal It waterproof makeup locking mist, just to lock everything. So I'm just going to shake this, and then now we have come to the end of this makeup tutorial. If I was to add any other thing, I would add maybe more blush or maybe more of the pink gloss, but this is perfect. This is very fast. Took longer because I am explaining to you guys, but if I was to do it on my own in 10-15 minutes, I should be done with this, because this is not too much, this is not extra, right? And I hope you guys learned one or two things. If there's anything you want me to do, or if there's anything you want to ask about this particular look, or maybe the name of the product, I'll most likely put them in the description box, or you guys can just say it in the comments, and then I'll tell you the name of the product that I use. Thank you so much guys for watching. I honestly enjoyed filming this makeup tutorial. It's been a while, 2 years on YouTube, and I'm very excited. If you guys want to see more of this, if you want to see a full glam, I'll be so excited and honored to film the video. Thank you so much guys for watching one more time. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.